Hey, welcome back to Bill Cundiff Tech. Today, we're going over Wallstreetbets. We're talking about how they took over the finance world. If you haven't heard about them, you're probably living under a rock. I'm talking about AMC. I'm talking about GameStop. I'm talking about costs. These massive swings that happened over the past couple of weeks that have propelled people into the millions of dollars just by buying these old school meme-ish stocks. And that's what Wallstreetbets did. And I know you may have some initial questions like, why do I look so much like the Wallstreetbets icon? I have no clue. I think they just took my image and then put on shades. Why am I wearing Wall Street Journal? It's about the same as Wallstreetbets, and I'm giving you the news on what's going on so you can identify what the next Wallstreetbets stock is before it comes out. Get in early. Get in before the roar has happened, before it's already up 50%, 100%. Now, first off, let's get this straight. This is just for educational purposes. This is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy these risky stocks. And let me tell you, this is risky. The riskiest you can get. These stocks can go 50% up, 50% down in a day. And if that's your life savings, well, you're practically playing the lottery. So don't do that. Stay in your own risk tolerance, don't get greedy for money and try to hop on the bandwagon. Personally, I don't even identify myself as someone that is on Wallstreetbets. I'm just a social arbiter that is looking into what Wallstreetbets is doing and trying to make a profit from their work. I am not here to go against the big hedge funds or short squeeze anyone out, but I want to hop on that opportunity. I hope you do too. So let me walk you through everything. So Wallstreetbets is a Reddit forum, or at least started that way. It's grown into Discord, YouTube, all over the news, and it's just a collection of personal investors that had the same mentality that they wanted to make a buck in the market and thought they had opportunity to do so, and they found those opportunities in stocks that are pretty meme-ish. They targeted stocks that were back in the 2000s, stocks they grew up with, thinking they would be amazing companies. GameStop, AMC. They're iconic in a lot of the Gen Z millennial life. And they took these stocks, identified that the large banks had massive shorts on them. They had low floating shares, which means there wasn't many shares available for people to buy, and they all hopped in on it to fund the stock. They also thought these were good plays, or they had their own valuation of the stock that was not appreciated by the market, and that's why they bought into them. Now, you may have heard they do have their own lingo. So you got paper hands, that's people that cannot hold on to the stocks. They're just in there for a quick buck and get scared. And then you got diamond hands, which are the people that are holding it no matter what. Even if that stock plummets, they're going to hold it because, you know what? I'm not trading away my stonks. You know, I think they're going to go up. Stonks only go up. So why would I turn them in? So that's the lingo you got. You even got YOLO. Somehow they brought that back from 2014. I don't know. Why even bring it back? Like, did anyone even like that phrase? I feel like it was the cringiest thing you could say. But now we got YOLO stocks. Alright, enough talking about what Wallstreetbets is. Let's talk about how you can identify what they're talking about. And what you're going to do is go to www.swaggystocks.com. Now, that sounds ludicrous, and I know, it's a dumb name. However, it's an unbelievable algorithm. They use natural learning processing and understanding to batch ticker symbols that are being talked about on the Reddit channel. So they're looking into how many comments, what's the sentiment on it, is it positive, negative, sell, buy, I'm all in, to the moon means it's going forever. Then uses that information, matches it to the stock price, and shows you the amount of volume in those conversations so you can make an inference of what's being talked about today, what are the hot stocks of the day, and see if they have opportunity for you to get in on them and how the stock is moving based on what people are saying. Now, the second way to get ahead of the game is using predictive modeling. That means you're understanding what stocks that they may target in the future. We know they go for meme stocks. That's stocks that were old school back in the day and still relevant companies, but may have been hurt by the pandemic or times that are changing and need a rebrand. And they can rally behind one thing because they know what it's directed at. Some of the names that you have heard of the swings that have gone on already are the GameStops, the AMCs, then into the weed stocks like Alfria, Tilray, all of the cannabis industry, because people are like, oh, the blue wave is going on, so they have actual value behind them that the Democrats could pass legislation that would legalize the consumption and use of cannabis. But then again, it is cannabis, so they probably just related to it because it was Mimi as well. I can't believe I just said Mimi. Who am I? And have an easy ticker symbol that you can find and identify. For example, Dave & Buster's is play. You associate playing with games to Dave & Buster's. It's easy. The last thing, it's gotta be small cap usually. They're gonna target stocks that are between the 700 million and 2 billion mark, because that way they can infiltrate the area and allocate most of the resources into it, gain a larger stake in the company. They're not going to go after Apple or one of these big name stocks. Maybe Tesla, because everyone's in on Tesla. I know it's my biggest holding. An example of this is Build-A-Bear. It's a simple company that, you go to the mall, you fill up your bear, you get the bear that's very overpriced for your kid, and you walk out of the store. It's a easy business plan. Back in the day, it was a iconic thing when we were growing up. It's got a low entry buy-in, which technically doesn't mean anything, but it's easier for people to buy, and it looks better if it's only like $5, $6. So look out for Build-A-Bear as a possible option. And the last way, and my most used way to predict the next Wall Street bet, is advanced forecasting. And this is how I got in very quickly into COS and Dogecoin, both making me thousands of dollars just on those investments. With Dogecoin, it was a perfect storm. When Robinhood, M1 Finance, all these other brokerages started canceling the ability to buy these meme-ish stocks when the first Wall Street Bets craze came in, people could only sell, and they needed to put their money somewhere that they could trade easily. So I was thinking, what is the meme-ish stock that people would like to get in the future that's backed by some sort of value, and that's Elon Musk pumping that stock. Hopefully he does not get in trouble for that. Love you, Elon. But people had to put their money somewhere, and Dogecoin was the recipe. And in that day, I went up 100%. Yes, Dogecoin was a massive success story, but it's not the only one. And one that may be coming up and has already started is the ticker symbol I'm going to give now, and that's CMPS, Compass. Now, I've talked about this stock in my Discord already, so if you want to get into my Discord, hit the link below. It's just a group of personal investors that want to grow both their minds and their portfolios. And in that community, you can ask questions to me, the other admins, anyone that you really want, and post your own ideas, and then we could all look into them and make money together. Now, Compass is a psychedelic company, and yes, that sounds really weird to be investing in a psychedelic company. Psychedelics aren't even legal in almost all states, but it may just be the next big craze. See, Wallstreetbets jumped from all these meme-ish stocks to cannabis, another drug company, and they may transition over into the psychedelic market. See, Compass is the leader in the psychedelic industry as for stocks. They have a phase 2 drug that will hope to finish in 2021, and then their phase 3 is set to finish in 2023. So I know that's 2 years down the line, but they're on their way. They're moving forward and have an actual product. It's very risky. If that trial fails, the stock's going to plummet. But in the meantime, we're not really investing in the company as a whole being successful in the future. We're investing in the time now that we're betting that these guys over here are going to invest in this company. And I truly believe that they will, and that's why I put my money into it. Now again, I'm going to preface, this is the riskiest type of investing. And for your information, I only probably invest about 5% of my entire portfolio in stocks like these. I want to keep it as low risk possible, but I want to get my skin in the game too. It's a balance of everything, and you need to find your own. So please speak to a financial advisor about that. But if you want to learn more about Wall Street Bets, you want to learn about crypto, stocks that we're investing in, please subscribe. If we earned your like, give it. I would love to keep you around so we could keep your financials on the up, and we're here to master personal finance. Let's do that together.